Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Daphne upsets Carter after Finn foretells Steffy's future. Daphne Rose Walton will divulge something in The Bold and the Beautiful that will make Carter Walton cringe. As he looks forward to a better future with Steffy Forrester Finnegan, John Finn Finnegan will also make certain commitments. Daphne will first discuss their connection with Carter and express her happiness that they were able to turn their relationship around. Daphne will continue to apologize for almost leaving her husband, but Carter is concealing a much more serious error. On Friday's show, Carter and Steffy's passionate encounter driven by alcohol will still haunt them. Carter will wriggle and wish he could reverse his worst error after Daphne admits that she models their marriage after Steffy and Finn's. Carter will simply have to deal with his remorse and hope that Steffy honors her promise to keep quiet because he cannot go back in time. Steffy will continue to be reclusive at the Cliff House, giving Finn the impression that she is still furious about what transpired in Monaco. Finn will apologize once more and hope that Steffy would believe him when he claims to be totally devoted to her. Sheila Carter's, Kimberlyn Brown, arrival in Monaco completely caught Finn's wife off guard because he didn't immediately tell Steffy the truth. Finn will reaffirm that things will be different with Sheila and promise to be completely honest going forward. As Finn continues to berate himself for his role in their marital problems, Steffy, who is already in a state of emotional turmoil, will only get worse. Finn will assert that nothing will ever stand in their way and forecast brighter times to come. On Friday's B&B episode, Carter and Steffy's secret will drive them to a breaking point. Steffy may formally forgive Finn and explain that she simply wants to move on since she assured Carter that she would put their infidelity behind them. Of course, Steffy might reveal her betrayal and attempt to keep Carter's name out of the narrative, but for the time being, it would be preferable to prolong the drama and keep him in the dark. In any case, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy and Carter won't be able to keep their evening together a secret forever, so watch to see when that terrible news breaks. Hope is saved by Deacon, and Dylan calls Mama Darcy in Los Angeles. Deacon Sharp will appear when Hope Logan Spencer most needs him, according to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Additionally, Melissa Dillon will call her mother, Darcy Dillon, and request a significant favor. To begin with, Deacon will save Hope by offering some wise counsel. Deacon will encourage Hope to open up so he can assist her if he recognizes that she is thinking about something. Hope might acknowledge that Brooke Logan Forrester continues to ignore her and fear that their relationship is irreparably damaged. Hope knows she damaged Brooke in the process of leaving Forrester Creations, even if it was the right thing for her to do. Hope wants an opportunity to put things right, but if Brooke won't listen to her, she won't be able to. On Thursday's B&B episode, Deacon might urge Hope to keep trying to mend her broken relationship with Brooke. Deacon may advise Hope to wait patiently and have faith that Brooke will eventually see why Hope needed to start over at Logan. On the other hand, Deacon might encourage Hope to get in touch with Brooke and try to mend the harm once more. Even though the Forresters are unhappy with how everything turned out, Deacon will still want Hope to know that he is proud of her and Deke Sharp for pursuing their aspirations. She will come to the realization that she too needs some parental support after spending time with Dylan. Dylan will ask her mother for help since Katie Logan Spencer wants her out of Will Spencer's life and is worried about Dylan's intentions. Fans will witness Kelly Sullivan's role debut when Dylan calls Darcy. When she answers the phone at home, Darcy will undoubtedly acknowledge that she is taken aback to hear from Dylan. Darcy promises to travel to Los Angeles as soon as she can after Dylan invites her. Dylan might be hoping that Darcy can persuade Katie that she is not a money-grabbing person who has had a lifelong obsession with the Spencer family. Dylan is convinced that her love for Will is genuine, despite her admiration for the Spencer dynasty and her inspiration for Ion fashion. Dylan may believe that Darcy will support her since she didn't come to town with the intention of getting into Will's bed. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, word of Darcy's presence will soon spread, so pay attention. Katie's startling allegation: does Dylan intentionally run over Luna? According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie Logan Spencer might accuse Melissa Dillon of taking matters into her own hands in order to get rid of Luna Nozawa. Here's how it will all play out. Katie's quest to learn more about Dylan's past will cause some controversy. Katie will start babbling about her past and the people she is connected to since she doesn't trust Dylan and believes she is hiding something. For Katie, the fact that Remy Price is Dylan's cousin is already a blow to her. Naturally, Dylan didn't request to be linked to Remy, as Will Spencer noted. Will doesn't think Katie should hold Dylan accountable for having that familial link because it's not her fault. However, according to BNB spoilers, Katie will sense that there is more to the story in some way, and she might accuse Dylan of being just as deadly and cunning as Remy. Katie might even question whether Dylan shares her stalker tendencies and whether she has been obsessed with Will in particular for a longer period of time than any of them are aware. Remy made startling actions that he believed would benefit him romantically while observing Electra Forrester from a distance. After traveling to town to target Will, Katie would wonder if Dylan did the same thing. Katie might also think about the possibility that Remy and Dylan were collaborating all along. In any event, as Katie questions Dylan about what she's concealing, we can be sure that Luna will be a major topic of conversation. Could Katie claim that Dylan intentionally ran over Luna that evening to make room for her? Katie could wonder if Dylan has a dark side and if she could be dangerous enough to purposefully kill someone. Katie won't accept Dylan's innocence just because the police didn't find her guilty. Naturally, Katie detested Luna and doesn't care that she's no longer with her, but she might still be concerned about Dylan's potential. Dylan may be charged with intentionally running over Luna in order to exact revenge on her for kidnapping him and to eliminate Will's other stalker. Katie can pretend that if she hadn't cut herself off from Will's life, Electra would also be in danger. Will it be rewritten in the show so that Dylan purposefully ran Luna over? Will Katie level that charge and pave the way for further shocking revelations? In any case, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Katie and Dylan have a lot more turmoil on the horizon, so keep an eye out for any disturbing developments. Dylan calls his mother, Deacon comes to his aid, and Katie's battle intensifies. Hope Logan will receive much-needed assistance from her father, Deacon Sharp, according to The Bold and the Beautiful. As Melissa Dillon's conflict with Katie Logan Spencer heats up, teasers indicate that she makes a frantic call to her mother, Darcy Dillon. Since her decision to leave Forrester Creations caused a devastating rupture with Brooke Logan, Hope has been dealing with the fallout. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon will recognize that his daughter is having a problem and encourage her to talk about it. Hope might admit that she worries Brooke won't pardon her for leaving and going to Logan in search of a better future. Instead of letting Hope give up, Deacon will give her some wise counsel and remind her that it could just take some time to mend their relationship. Additionally, he will express his support for Hope and Deke as they pursue their individual goals. Dylan, meanwhile, is dealing with a serious issue of her own, Katie. Katie is not certain that her feelings for Will Spencer are sincere and is still dubious of Dylan's intentions. Dylan determines it's time to bring in some support as the pressure increases. Dylan will give her mother, Darcy Dillon, a call and invite her to Los Angeles. Darcy agrees right away, paving the way for her arrival and what might turn out to be a heated argument with Katie. Dylan may be depending on Darcy to support her claim that she didn't pursue Will because of his family's wealth or prestige. Will Mama Dillon allay Katie's worries, though, or will she make matters worse? Sheila consoles Deacon, Will defies Katie, and Ridge pokes fun at RJ. This is a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Spencer stands up for Melissa Dillon in today's episode. Sheila Carter and Deacon Sharp had a memorable time in the interim. Dylan informs Katie Logan Spencer that she and Will are adults at the beach house. The brunette is curious about the girl's true intentions. Dylan says she's in love with him. Katie gives a dramatic roll of her eyes. Will claims to be with Dylan right now. He's tired of Electra Forrester dumping him repeatedly. Although Katie is aware of her son's kindness, she is also aware of Dylan's family's long-standing obsession with the Spencers. Dylan claims that since they are famous, everyone is aware of who they are. It's hardly an obsession, but her mother had an eye on Fashion magazine. Katie doesn't think her sudden appearance in Will's bed is a coincidence. According to the girl, it was completely arbitrary. Katie doesn't think this is true and believes Dylan specifically targeted their family. Dylan reminds Will how fortunate he is to have such a loving mother. She doesn't care about the money. She is not credible to Katie. Will can always rely on her, Dylan exclaims. Will seem to have been completely duped. Sheila is shocked when Taylor Hayes turned down Deacon's marriage proposal at Bikini. Deacon claims that although they are dating, they are not getting married. Sheila still has feelings for him. Deacon acknowledges that he still has feelings for her. Taylor may be correct, according to Deacon, that a legal commitment is not necessary. Sheila is aware that he doesn't think so. Sheila recognizes that he is in pain and takes hold of his hand. Sheila claims that since Taylor had no trouble breaking the medical oath, her commitment wouldn't mean much. Sheila's signature on the divorce papers is appreciated by Deacon. He apologizes for being such a jerk. Sheila says that both of them have been harmed by Taylor's behavior. On the Monaco beach, they make a joke about Steffy identifying Sheila's toes. RJ and Elector Forrester are still pitching to Ridge Forrester at FC. Zend Forrester Dominguez is brought up during Ridge's back-and-forth argument. Ridge decides to talk to Steffy as a result. Ridge wants them to keep this a secret for the time being. RJ and Elector celebrate after Ridge leaves. The woman is self-assured. They're going to create fashion history. Following Katie's accusations, Will stands up for Miss Dylan, and Deacon and Sheila have a moment together. While he's attempting to understand his feelings for her best friend, Katie asks Melissa what she's doing and accuses her of wanting to move in. Dylan is adamant that she adores Will. Katie gives an eye roll. Will informs his mother that he is currently with Dylan. He has had enough of Electra repeatedly dumping him. Katie is aware that Melissa has been fascinated by his family for years, but she also understands that he allowed Dylan to stare because he is kind. She believes Missy hasn't mentioned that to him. Dylan is aware of their identities. She read Eye on Fashion since her mother had it, and they are famous. Katie won't accept that her ending up in Los Angeles and having an affair with Will was merely a coincidence. Dylan maintains that none of this was planned. It happened at random. She tells Will how fortunate he is to have such a loving mother. The money is irrelevant. That makes Katie gag. Will is reassured by Dylan that he can always rely on her and that she will always put him first. Katie moans. When Deacon tells Sheila that he proposed to Taylor and she declined, Sheila is taken aback. She apologizes. However, she felt that he was eager to begin a life with the therapist. They are, he claims. Although they are together, Sheila still has compassion and understanding for him. He also has feelings for her. With Taylor, a lady who is barely averse to marriage, she believes he is unable to completely actualize the kind of relationship he desires. He believes that anyone could become allergic to Ridge if they marry him. Perhaps she is correct that they may demonstrate their devotion without using legalese. Sheila can tell he doesn't think that's true. She takes his hand and says she can tell when he's in pain. Sheila notes that since Taylor has already broken her medical oath, her oath would be meaningless. Deacon is still appreciative that Sheila consented to the divorce and to grow as a person. She acknowledges that learning of his infidelity upset her. Deacon apologizes for his rude behavior. He should never have concealed his emotions from her. She makes the point that Taylor has caused them both pain. Sheila doesn't want to complicate things for him. They make light of the fact that Steffy knew her by her toes. Sheila is pleased to see him grinning. It's nice to speak with him once more. He has also found it enjoyable. Nobody else is like her. Ridge is informed by RJ and Electra that they will create long-lasting fashion rather than merely replacing HFTF. They will benefit from this in the future.